Welcome to the Business Value Toolbox. I'm Craig Galbraith. As a technology journalist, it's my job to help you make sense of IT and telecom solutions. Unified communications can mean different things to different people. Once you've decided on the key features for your organization, it's time to choose an architecture. The details of the architecture depend on the features you need and the vendor you choose. But before you get to that point, you'll need to decide whether you want an on-premises product or a service, or a combination of the two. In an on-premises architecture, back-end software runs on local servers and your IT staff manages it. In an as-a-service architecture, most or all of the software runs on a service provider's system and you pay monthly user fees. And in a hybrid approach, large offices typically use on-premises software, while small offices and remote workers use a service. Let's assume you've already converted to IP telephony. Your IP PBX and IP phones generally are direct replacements for your TDM system. Unified communication systems usually build on both your IP telephony system and your email, messaging, and office productivity software, typically from Microsoft. These integration points and scalability of both your telephony infrastructure and your messaging infrastructure can lead to complex environments that can be challenging to manage. Microsoft Lync by itself might require more than a dozen services running together to support all features. If your on-premises plan calls for integrating Lync and your IP telephony system, perhaps from Cisco, then the complexity increases and your desired features may dictate completely different integration strategies. Most small IT teams will be challenged to do a timely implementation without substantial help from integrators. If you consider startup costs and implementation schedules, along with their impact on staff, UC systems might seem too expensive, especially since hard ROI is difficult to show. Choosing UC as a service instead of an on-premises approach usually leads to faster implementations, but unless you carefully account for staff time, UC services often will wind up being more expensive than an on-premises system, since providers will need the same licenses and hardware as an on-premises system. That may not be the case when unified communications features are bundled with other service offerings. It's worth doing a TCO analysis that covers 4 years or more to see how the two stack up. A hybrid approach is growing in popularity. The idea is to use an on-premises system for larger offices and a service for small offices and remote workers. These remote workers are often difficult to support as they need local area codes and local E911 services. Many service providers can easily accommodate this. One thing to watch, even though these systems might come from the same company, their functions might not be the same. Many on-premises system vendors have acquired third-party products in order to get into the UC as a service game. As a result, user interfaces and admin tools might be very different. Each of these models has advantages and disadvantages. The critical thing is to understand and weigh the pros and cons before you choose. For more information on understanding the costs and benefits of unified communications, consult your trusted technology advisor.